Hello and welcome back to the HCW show. My name is Dan and I'm with Rate Wrestle. Tonight we will be covering WWE Friday Night Smackdown, WWE Monday Night Raw, and then we'll go on to AEW Saturday Night Collision and AEW Wednesday Night Dynamite. Stay tuned. Roll intro.
HCW Reviews.
Hello, welcome back to the channel. My name, as I said already, is Dan DP, and I am joined by Rate Wrestle, who's always here.
Yeah.
How you doing, mate?
Yeah, no, I'm good. Yeah, I've been told I have to stay here. Frozzy's told me I'm going to have to stay here. You two can revolve, but Rate Wrestle has to rate.
It is your name, to be fair.
No, yeah, to be fair, I said that as long as I get, whenever I'm actually on holiday at work, then I'm not going to be here. But yeah, the rest of the time I'll be here and live for my dream.
Fair enough.
How are you, DP?
Yeah, it's been an interesting week, to say the least.
How's it now?
Yeah, no, work's been a hassle, and just even today, the system was down, so I had to do it manually. It's always fun.
Poor DP.
Thank you.
Oh, have to do work. Oh no, DP, no. Papa DP.
But before we delve into these, just point out the fact that we are on social media. Everything's up there above. For YouTube, like and subscribe as well. Every little thing helps us move forward towards our goals. As above me, you can see that we're on Twitch, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and we're also on Threads.
Fucking Freds.
So you can follow us on Threads too if you wish.
Yep, we just need one more social media just to plug that mini gap up there. And we're good. So, my OnlyFans is coming soon.
There you go. That's how to subscribe to.
I've mentioned that in 2 videos now. It's got to happen.
The golden rule. But yeah, without any further ado, let's go into the wrestling. We start off with Friday Night Smackdown by WWE.
By WWE. Anyway.
That's opposed to the other Smackdown.
Yeah, it made it sound like a fucking film or an album. But yeah, so SmackDown by WWE was up first. So the Usos tribal court for the tribal chief. So this lasted 40 minutes, and it was a good 40 minutes of my life. So the Usos, they basically stated that they've made Reigns, the unbeatable Reigns is not unbeatable anymore, which is pretty much what happened. Heyman came down, spouted a bit of crap like, how dare you do this kind of thing, you know, your tribal chief. And then out of nowhere, just Roman Reigns' music hits, and he comes out just like proper Stonewall, doesn't care what's going on kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Reigns is about to start saying to crap like, how dare you do this, you know, I'm your tribal chief, I made you all, blah blah blah. And then Jay just goes, you know what, Exhibit A, and then it does the thing from the tribal thing, and it was basically Roman Reigns abusing everyone for like 2 minutes, proper abusing, like everyone, like slapping. I forgot he Superman punched Paul Heyman. Just forgot that was a thing.
That's ingrained in my memory.
Yeah, I just didn't remember it happening. I was like, what? And then Roman kind of looked at it and he went, I'm just done. And I was like, what do you mean, Roman? Are you just done with wrestling? You're done with SmackDown? You're done with the championship? At one point, and then he threw his title down. I thought, is he just disappearing for a while? So we're not going to get Roman Reigns defeated. We're going to get Roman Reigns vacating the title. Imagine that. And then he got down on one knee, and I was like, "What's happening?" Oh, he's just gonna like be released. And he teared up, like full on teared up, and he was like, he basically apologising. Prior to this, he had already give Jay the tribal flower arrangement, wreath. And then like Jay eventually he's actually heartwarmed and says, you know, it's all right and stuff like that. And then obviously Roman just fucking punches him in the dick.
Yes, you do.
And then they absolutely fucking destroy the Usos. Him and Solo just absolutely lay waste to the Usos. Good times.
Yeah, absolutely. Actually, it was like 40-ish minutes, and I felt it was a bit long, but I do get why it went as long as it did. It would be in the amount of drama in that storyline. Bit of fun trivia, or HW lore, if you want to call it that. I watch the wrestling with my family. And my mum's a big Roman fan. So when he's like, "I'm done," my mum started panicking. She's it's like, what do you mean? What do you? And he's just taking his title and the wreath thing, and she's like, "Roman, what are you doing?"
Oh dear, oh dear. I bet she was happy when she saw the fucking punch to the dick.
Yeah, she was like, "Yeah."
Back to the
No,
That's
she like bases her relationship based off like of interactions with Roman. So because of Sammy's stuff with Roman, she hates Sammy, and now because of Uso stuff with Roman, she hates the Usos.
So she's just extremely biased to Roman Reigns.
Pretty much.
It's pretty much like everyone is because Roman Reigns is God. But yeah, so that happened, and then we went straight to Austin Theory versus Sheamus for the United States Championship. Prior to this, Jimmy got put in an ambulance, which I didn't write down, but it's clicked on my mind. We're at 2 3/4. It was fine, and Pretty Deadly got involved once again, and the Brutes and that brawled outside, and then Sheamus got rolled up for the win. So Theory retained the title, which he's definitely going to lose at SummerSlam because no one cares. No one cares about Theory anymore. They've kind of done nothing.
Yeah, it's a shame. I don't know how you go from beating John Cena at WrestleMania to this.
It didn't help that the match with John Cena didn't felt like nothing as well, did it? It was just like old man Cena. That's what it felt like.
It's sort of like when Taker beat him in like a minute.
Yeah,
it sort of felt like nothing.
Yeah. Then we had Grayson Waller, who I'm getting slightly bored of TV wise. I don't mind him, but it's just Miz TV again. Like I don't want to see it every week, and it's been every week. So he has Edge on this week. Waller is basically under the opinion that Edge is announcing his retirement on the show. And Edge is pretty much saying, no, that's not the case. Oh, that went. He's pretty much just said, that's not the case. I'm going to go get that while I'm doing this because otherwise I'll forget about it. And then he basically challenges Grayson Waller to a match later on in the show.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
I'm going to ask, what did you rate the match between Sheamus and Theory?
2 3/4 because I forgot to mention it. 2 3/4. It was a rock.
Fair enough. But this whole I thought to a point he was injured, Grayson, which is why he was doing talk show segments because he was selling an injury on NXT.
He broke something in his leg. I found out in May or something or March or something. That's the reason he hasn't been wrestling. Yeah,
and obviously they did the interaction at SummerSlam with Cena, and it was all like, okay, well your leg's clearly not broken.
So now you find Edge. I don't know.
But I agree though. It's very much like Miz TV nowadays. It's just sort of he needs to start wrestling, and if it don't come soon, then he's just going to be a side character.
Yeah. No, Grayson Waller's not that great at wrestling anyway. He's alright, but so it isn't really that bothering to me that he isn't wrestling. Like I'm not waiting for him to wrestle. Next up, we had Cross versus Styles. Styles won within seconds, basically. I don't know what this is. What's this rivalry? I don't get it.
I think that sentence can apply to anything that's not the bloodline related.
Yeah, I just don't know what's happening. Like Cross won one week, and now it's back to Styles just beat him in 20 seconds. It felt like.
Yeah, I mean that is what happens when you have a segment that lasts like half the show.
Yeah, that's probably what. Yeah, they threw the LA Knight segment off, didn't they? Or no, that happened prior to SmackDown, didn't it? So it weren't even like that. Didn't even get affected by it. Oscar was in the ring. Belair came down to attack Oscar. Then Flair came down in some ridiculous get-up and attacked them two. And then Io came with Bailey, and they tried to cash in on Oscar. But then Flair stopped that, and Bailey and Io were just together without caring about what happened. Money in the Bank.
Yeah, it's faction mentality, I guess, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's kind of the least mention it on TV. Like you handcuffed her and then beat her and climbed over, and you also tried to push her off. You pushed her off a ladder. At least mention it.
You mentioned that. I think the game's the game. I think they both knew what they were in for, and it came out well. I mean, obviously, and
yeah.
I don't know. I think Bay is sort of fair play. I would have done that myself. I thought of it.
Because you're shrewd, DV. Shrewd.
Not me. I'm saying.
So, main event time, we had a Waller versus Edge. I rated 3.25 stars. I rated Styles Cross a half star, by the way.
Lovely.
Waller versus Edge, 3.25 stars. It was a good match. Edge looked great as usual. Some of his best matches have happened in the last few years, which is mental. Like his like average rating for me at the moment, I think it's like 3.3 or something stupid.
Oh, wow. So he's got a shout being in the rest of the awards.
Yeah, he's only just appeared on my 1998 pay-per-view, so he might start slowly going down, obviously, as it goes along. But yeah, at the moment, he's doing pretty well. Yeah, he's got a chance. I still need to release the tag team women's and males. I might just release them in a quick fire fucking video at this point. Because it's lost the edge of doing it. Like it'll be properly on my website, but like the video needs to get out.
Was that pun intended? They lost the edge.
Oh, no, it wasn't. And then later on, Roman's backstage. Heyman says that Jay's looking for him, and then Roman says, "We didn't need to look hard. I'll be out in the ring." And then Jay comes out to attack him. Just did a lot of brawling and smashing and death.
Yeah. Is that for Usos?
Yes. But yeah, so that was the end of SmackDown, and it was a good time.
Yeah, it was. I think if you can look past everything that wasn't Bloodline related, this was a good show.
Oh, Edge Waller was alright.
Yeah, it's like you said. Like, I'm not the biggest fan of Edge, particularly in the ring nowadays. I was back in like mid 2000s. I was a big fan of that heel Edge, but this current face Edge and even Judgment Day Edge, it was all sort of to me. I mean, but Wall was alright, but he's nothing stand out really.
Yeah, he's just talking. He'll be a good manager.
Mm-hmm.
That can wrestle a bit.
Mm-hmm. WrestleMania Australia.
But yeah, that's the end of SmackDown, du bois.
Very well. Let's move on then to Monday Night Raw by WWE.
Yeah, by WWE. Raw is war. So we start off with Finn. Finn's a bit angry because Priest keeps costing him championship matches. Rhea comes down and says, "You need to calm down. You're supposed to be boys." And then like they're all in the ring, and then Finn just storms off. Pretty much, he's not happy with the whole situation. Is Rollins in the ring at this point? I've written Rollins, but I don't know why. Rollins isn't he? Because then Dom, he comes out, and then he does the whip thing for Dom.
Mm-hmm.
Then it's going to be Dom versus Seth later on tonight. Dirty Dom. They're backstage with the Judgment Day. They've basically said they need to grow up, Riz, so you need to grow up with this, won't you too? They speak it out, and they seem to be on good terms after this. But Finn's basically said, "I want Seth first," which Priest went, "Fair enough."
Yeah. There's something about the wording of what Priest said as well. He said like, "Yeah, you have Seth first. I have no problem with that. And one day you'll be champion, I'm sure. But if not, and he shows a briefcase, got it covered either way."
Yeah. Which Finn wasn't slightly happy about, but you know. We had our first match of the night, which was McRiddle. That's what I'm calling them, McRiddle. Versus the Imperium duo of Vinci and Kaiser. Rated 2 3/4. It was a fun match. It was all built on Riddle getting absolutely pounded until McIntyre did his hot tag and picked up the win. And then Kaiser and Ludwig leave Vinci standing. So it looks like Vinci's out.
It may seem that way.
We're going to be hints out. And have you heard who the rumour may be in?
I have not. Who is the rumour?
Tyler Bate.
That is a horrible choice.
Blonde, blue-eyed. Let's get him in.
There's literally Ilya Dragunov on NXT.
Yeah, but Dragunov is like the anti-Imperium, and he's always going to be against Imperium.
I know, but like if you it's WWE, they're going to play into like nationality and stuff like that. Like
he might be the fourth member though. WWE always likes 4 members. He'll be a 4th.
What? So Bate and Dragunov join?
Yeah. Like not straight away. I think it'll be Bate now and then Dragunov later on down the line. After I think he'll have an NXT title run and then he'll come up.
Yeah, I don't think I like the idea of an Englishman joining an Austrian and a Is he French? Isn't he?
Do you mean
French,
there's an Austrian? There's a German in there. No, Kaiser's German. Yeah, Austrian.
Is it
Walter.
is it Belgian?
Kaiser's German.
I don't know where he's from
Kaiser,
now.
Ludwig Kaiser's not German. Marcel Bartel. Is he not German?
He might
He's
be
a German professional wrestler. Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, German then now.
Yeah, he's born in Pinneberg. Yep. So you got a German, you got an Austrian, you got an Italian, and you might as well get an Englishman in there.
The League of Nations.
Yep, the League of Nations. Next up, we had Kasami backstage, and they were talking about their like they've beat everyone now. You know, they've sorted the bloodline problem they had. They've sorted the Imperium problem they had. And then here comes Rhea Ripley, and then Owens gets really annoyed. You're going, you know, you've broke the rule now, you know. It's pretty much Imperium broken the rule, but you've broke the rule while you turn up, no one turn up. And then she goes, well, you've mentioned all these tag teams, but you've not mentioned the Judgment Day. And then Kevin Owens goes, that is a fair point. To be fair, she's got a point. You know, I understand why she's angry. And then she said, we're going to be running the place. We're going to get all the titles. So it can only mean that Finn is going to go main title and then Priest and Dom tag. But then Priest, it would be weird.
I don't know what the rule is. I think that'll be a conflict between Finn and Damien anyway.
Until D. McDonough joins Slipping Judgment.
If he joins, have him and Finn be a tag team.
Yeah. And then Judgment Day attack Seth prior to the Dom match. And then Kasami comes out to save him, so that's going to lead to a 6-man tag later on. Ricochet versus Logan Paul. No one cares about Ricochet. No one. Like, literally, they were trying to do stuff, and then Logan Paul comes down, and like, everyone was just caring about Logan Paul. It was going like, even when you're trying to get people to cheer for me, they just care more about. Even when you get people trying to cheer for you, they care more about me.
Yeah,
like it was like, it's true, Ricochet.
It's true,
one literally. You've not been built well, and now you're suddenly fighting Logan Paul in like a big match, and it makes no sense.
Yeah,
and then he tried to save it with that flip thing he did with Aleister Black, if I remember. When he did
it was Velveteen Dream.
Was it Velveteen Dream?
Yeah.
When they did the flip over the ropes, and it was like, oh, that is impressive, but I've seen it, Ricochet.
No, it's really good, but it also just it's really like immersion breaking. It's like, you know, I want to fight you, Logan Paul. And Logan Paul's like, you know what, you're not worth it. And then he's like, oh, I'm angry now. I'm gonna run this way and flip over.
I'm gonna become Sonic. But yeah, he flips over. Logan tries to hit him twice, and then he hits like a variation of sliced bread on the outside. So yeah, heating up that rivalry.
Yeah.
So yeah, if I get involved in your GM mode, I want that rivalry as my main rivalry.
To be fair, we probably could create the creators of CWs in the game, and it's just.
Anyway, next up we had Lynch versus Starks, which was my match of the night. I rated it 3.25 stars. It was actually a banging match. They made Starks look really good, but then kept Lynch strong. Starks got caught in the act with a roll up where she did roll up. Stratus trying to grab her, but they noticed. And then Stratus got involved once again, and Becky kind of sorted that. But then Starks hit another roll up and picked up the win. But it was a really good matchup. Like, they're both back and forth, big oriented movements, and Starks is getting pushed, which is great. She could have the ability, probably not like she probably could get up there with Rhea Ripley. She has the roughness of it, like she just doesn't have the charisma, I'd say. She's just more rough, and she needs someone like a Trish Stratus to kind of be there. But like, she's very good. I think that's sort of the thinking of WWE as well. I think that they think she's got what it takes, but that's why they put her with Trish for now, and then put her against someone high profile like Becky Lynch. But yeah, she's very good. I like Zoe Starks. We're going up to a fantastic segment next. The graduation of fucking Maxine Dupree. Oh, God. It's just so random in the middle. Like, they could have slowly started going away from comedy, but this is still here. Like, I like the Alpha Academy and I like this, but it's just so randomly in the middle. And so she's graduated and she's happy, and then the Viking Raiders attack her and they steal her jacket. That's going to be the storyline. They've stole her jacket.
Yeah. That's literally it.
Macho Man and who was Macho Man's hat got stolen in like 1993. I think it was IRS or someone like stole his hat.
Yeah.
That was a storyline.
And they had the nerve to use Macho Man's entrance theme as like the music for the ceremony.
Yeah. Corey called it out though, didn't he? He went,
Yeah,
I
he
love
did,
Macho
yeah.
Man. But yeah, so that's a rivalry going to continue. Shayna beat Emma in quarter of a star, but Emma was happy about leaving Impact.
Before you move on, they showed a thing backstage before the match happened with Shayna and Emma as to why I set it up, and Shayna's like playing with the deck of cards, and then she obviously Emma insults her in some way, and she's like, "Oh, you know what? I'll fight you in the ring," and then she puts a card onto Emma, and Emma reveals it like slightly to the camera, and it's the Queen of Spades.
Okay, magic.
But it's just I love it because if it means we're getting the old NXT Shayna back, then
Well, she's got to beat Ronda, and she like there's no reason for Ronda Rousey to win at SummerSlam.
mm-hmm.
The only thing I don't want it to be is a loser leaves wrestling or whatever thing, because like I want a slight chance that Ronda could win, just for the point of wrestling.
Just leave it normal.
Yeah.
Or a submission match or something like that. Just no like stipulation to it. Like loser does this, loser does that.
Yeah, because it just puts it away from it. If you know someone's leaving, it just doesn't help.
Mm-hmm.
Shayna beat Emma. Ronda came out, armbar. Then they kind of submissioned each other, and then I wrote here we're 2 hours into Raw, and I've seen 3 matches, and one of them was a squash match. Like there wasn't a 40-minute Roman Reigns segment on this either.
Mm-hmm.
But they did show the bloodline 55 times during the show. That fucking really like, oh, this is what happened on SmackDown. And if you haven't been watching the last 10 minutes before this, what happened on SmackDown?
And that was the only thing apparently that happened on SmackDown as well.
Yeah.
Forget everything else. Forget the Wall of Edge stuff. Forget carrying across the
AJ
Styles.
Cody was next. He had a typical Cody promo. He's Cody Rhodes. Next after that, it's just so boring, Cody Rhodes. Sometimes
I agree. Yeah, I fully
it's
agree.
the same crap every week. Like I'll get on with him sometimes, and then sometimes I'm like,
I hope Rock beats him. He won't, but I hope he does.
No, he won't beat him. Yeah, Ciampa versus Miz. I rated 3 stars. I enjoyed it. Decent, no disqualification match. Ending with Bronson Reed getting paid off by the Miz. I'm assuming again. Tsunami, and then he hits it on Ciampa to lose. So I'm guessing it's going to be Miz and Bronson versus Ciampa and Gargano.
Gargano's injured, I think.
Yeah, I don't know how long.
Just Gargano in a crutch. It's like, yeah, DIY back.
Liv and Rack. The Karens are not happy with Liv and Rack being outside and being there, and Liv and Rack we're just there to watch the competition. Then we have the Karens versus Casey and Caden. I rated 1 star. It was a bit meh of a match. Karens win, and they're going to fight Liv Rack next week.
Yay.
McRiddle. I've confirmed that Gunther's cronies are barred from ringside next week, which means Tyler Bates going to come down because he's not a part of Imperium. That's to happen, though, isn't it?
Maybe. I mean, I don't know the idea about Tyler Bates joining them, but if it happens, it's what happens. But
Eric Young, he's fucking signed by WWE. Where's he?
Is he?
Yeah, he's signed by WWE. Like everyone thought Sanity was happening for ages, and he's just signed.
I thought we were about to Impact, didn't he?
I know. He got brought back like early this year. They signed him, and then everyone thought he was going to be joining Sanity again, but just nothing happened. Oh. He's just under contract with WWE for no reason.
Also, they would need to sign Damo and.
Yeah. According to Fightful, Young has re-signed with WWE in November 2022, but is yet to reappear.
Oh.
November 2022. Yeah, like, you know. What's he doing?
It's like 8 months.
Yeah. What are you doing?
Maybe he's backstage
Wolf,
or something?
Yeah, Damo and Wolves are just free agents, aren't they? Technically, they ain't got anything that can stop them.
Well, yeah, no, they didn't sign anywhere, yeah.
No idea what's going on there. And then Kasami versus the Judgment Day. I rated 2 3/4 stars. Judgment Day won, which was good. And Priest and Balor on the same page, which is good.
Yeah.
Oh.
So just to your match night was Zoe and Becky.
Yeah, good match.
Fair enough. So with that, I believe we are done with the WWE section of the show.
And now
So
we're going
now-
to DP's Wet Dream.
We now,
Uh,
fuck's sake, we now move on to AEW.
okay, fucking
Um,
my nephew's going to be
so-
happy that you're around, by the way. You know, loves you because you like AEW. I like AEW and was very critical of it at the same time, because I want it to succeed.
Right. So we move on to AEW. Saturday Night Collision.
Saturday! Punk comes down. Rah, rah. Owen Hart. Rah, rah. Joe. Rah, rah. It was just a weird pump up the crowd promo. It's like
Yep.
they knew the crowd might be slightly dead, so we need to bump them up slightly. It was really random.
Yeah.
I don't like it. Like, it was fine. I just didn't get it. But fair enough. We went straight into Hobbs versus Starks. I rated this 2 3/4 stars. The ending was slightly weak, and I don't remember what the ending was. Oh no, Hobbs and QT messed up, didn't they? Like QT messed
Yeah,
up. and then
QTV
Hobbs-
messed up a call there,
Yeah.
basically, and then that led to Starks getting the win.
Yeah, so then Hobbs pretty much is like Hobbs smash and then walks off.
Pretty much, yeah.
So he's out of QT TV now. Miro is backstage. Well, not, but he's in the Redeemer room or whatever he wants to call that, the Void.
The Redeemer room.
He's going to fight everyone. Son, he's lonely. Something else. I don't know what's happening with Miro.
That noise.
It's just a lot's happening with Miro.
Yeah.
Oh, I just realised that noise is happening. I didn't realise.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm fidgety sometimes.
I didn't want to say
realise.
anything because I didn't know what it was. I was...
Yeah, no, I didn't realise I was flicking around with it. I must have
What is that?
been my vibrator. No, it's a nose trimmer, I think. It's Leah's it's a nose trimmer. That's where we get
Fuck's
demonetized. Willow and Athena are backstage. Willow's injured for the next 6 days randomly, so they're gonna have a match on Rampage. I don't know why even Athena went like, you might be. Why are you fit on Friday? I don't get it.
It's sort of like when you call into work and say you're not well, but you'll be in the next day.
No. Julia Hart versus Bambi Hall. Rated 1.5 stars. Bambi Hall looks pretty decent, I'll be honest. They gave her a good showing. She reminds me of Viper, because she's a heavier set girl, but she has a bit of ability about her.
I'd say
And
it
they
reminds me
actually
a bit
gave
of
her a bit, yeah.
But it reminds me of Kimberly as well.
Yeah, no, they should have. Yeah, that probably would be a better shout, actually. But yeah, she was pretty decent. Hopefully, she gets used or brought back. Then there was a storyline about a mask. Andrade needs his mask. Mask. A lot of mask. Mask. Why do you need this mask? You were better when you were out this mask. Mask. Then Andrade was like, I love this mask. Mask. It was just a lot of, there was just mask. Like, I'm not trying to take the piss, but there was just a lot of.
There was a lot of it. There was.
Because I'm just trying to, Collision's the first thing. No, actually, Smackdown's the first thing I see in the week. Then we had Bullet Club Gold versus FTR. Rate this 4.25 stars. No, 4.5 stars. I fucking love this match.
Fucking
So
amazing.
good. Yeah, and Bullet Club Gold won as well, which is great as well. So they now have another opportunity. Which is it this Saturday coming, or is it the Saturday afterwards?
It's this Saturday coming, yeah.
Yeah, so it's going to be another banger of a match. It's just really, really good.
Yeah, fully agree.
Yeah.
I saw the match. I didn't think much of it, in all honesty. Like, I didn't really rate Jay White in tag matches. Juice to me has never been more than just an average kind of guy. So to see this match out of the four of them, and obviously FTR are amazing, but to see it out of White and Juice as well, it's amazing, and I can't wait for the 2 out of 3 falls.
Yeah. Oh, gotta forget about that. 2 out of 3 fall. And then they announced at the end that they're the best team, which fair enough, they beat FTR, so they are the best team.
Yeah.
Followed by a match which I forgot was happening, which was Scorpio Sky's return. He fought Action Andretti, and I rated 2.5 stars. It was just fine, but I don't know what they're doing. Like, they're trying to make Scorpio Sky into a big thing, and I don't get why. He just is an average wrestler.
Yeah.
I don't know why they're suddenly going, you know what, Scorpio, we need to give him some footage and vignettes suddenly after his 55 reigns with the TNT title.
Well, I don't know. Do you remember that report that went out sometime last year? That was like Scorpio Sky is like plotting for more airtime, or he wants a main event slot or something. And then he got injured, and then
No,
Well,
Scorpio. Go
and
fight the Acclaimed.
if he's part of Collision roster, I'm okay with having a higher spot.
Make him a heel. That's the only thing that might make me care. Scorpio Sky is the plainest face in the world.
Yeah.
Make him a heel.
He was the weak part of SCU.
SCU, we are the best. SCU.
The
It's never
Pride
going
of
to
the
happen
West.
again. Daniel's producer and Kazarian's an Impact.
Mhm.
Joe versus Punk. I rate this 3.25 stars. It was better than I expected it to be because it's like they're trying to build off an ROH rivalry, but they're old men. But yeah, they built it. Joe was in control for a lot of it, which made sense because Joe is the dominant force. So it's made sense for them not to have like a back and forth match because it would just wouldn't work. And I really like the ending of that. CM Punk didn't win dominantly; he just fucking struggled and did a roll up really quickly. I was like, yay!
I was glad there was no like, oh, go to sleep. It was like,
Like he just rolled him like a quick roll up after the Coquina clutch. He went through it and he rolled and it was good. And then to build Joe a bit more, they got him to choke out Punk, but then FTR came out and stopped that.
Yeah.
But yeah, Collision was fine.
Yeah, it was decent, and this is what the fourth show. Third show.
Well, it's my match of the week. I'm sure it's my match of the week. I can't remember anything on Dynamite being as good.
Yeah, but I mean, like Collision, it's been steady, but it's been decent.
So yeah, I'm lying. It's probably the best Collision I've seen.
Yeah,
match quality wise. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like for an opening show though, I think this is better than how Dynamite did in its opening days back in 2019.
Yeah.
So we'll see how it goes, but right now they keep trying to go, and there's a good route they're on.
Saturday.
And keep the theme as a banger thing. But so with that, Collision is out the door, and we move on to Wednesday Night Dynamite by AEW.
Dynamite. So it kicked off straight away with Jericho versus the Commander. This was my match of the night. I really enjoyed this match. Like, I don't know if it was because I was instantly not looking forward to seeing Commander because I've been off on him because he does the same shit all the time. But I haven't seen him in a few weeks, probably a month or so I wasn't as bored of him. Because I'd seen him in GCW and then he was on AEW like 55 times and stuff, and it was kind of. And in this match, Jericho, weirdly enough, led him away from doing the same crap again. Like he did the odd like walk rope thing, but he was doing like I can't think against Stark someone. He did it like 50 times in one match, and it was like, come on. Whereas he did it twice in this, and it was fine. Rated 3.25 stars. Jericho won, nice and clean as a whistle. Don Callis came down and then tried to guilt trip Chris Jericho into joining the Heenan family.
This was the weirdest
thing. The Callis family.
This was the weirdest thing.
And he showed old school footage. I don't know where from. Did he mention where it was from? But it was the Bad News Allen faction with the I don't know if he was called the Jackal at that point. I don't know what he was called. Callis. He might have just been called Don Callis. But yeah, it was Jackal sounds right. I don't know why.
Jackal was part of the Truth Commission, wasn't it?
That might be the reason I'm calling him. Yeah, it might have been just a one-off for Don Callis to be called the Jackal. But yeah, it was some weird like. It was Jericho and Don Callis didn't know how to react at the same time. It was like, look at Bad News speaking to me. Look, we were gods. It was just some weird pipe dream I was watching. It was a bit odd.
It's like one of those TV shows where you're like two legends sit in the same room. It's like, hey, look at this match you did, and it's like, I remember when I did that thing, and
it was just odd, wasn't it? It was very, very odd. I'm trying to find out what fucking Callis' name was, and it's going to do me head in. I know he was called flipping Cyrus at one point.
Yeah. Maybe that was the.
To be fair, I don't know where this would have been because Callis only wrestled in 1993, 1994 before he went WWE.
I remember the name Jackal was part of the Truth Commission in WWE.
He might have been the Natural. Yeah, I think he was the Natural at the time. Judging by this, yeah, he was the Natural. I'm guessing, or the General, because he was. I don't care anymore. But yeah. Yeah, he's been called Cyrus the Virus, Don Casablancas, Jackal, General, Natural, Sidewinder Singh. I didn't expect that at all.
That's a great one.
Following next up, to keep on the roll of this, Jungle Boy, oh Jungle Boy, absolute ass. And they're doing some weird. They were trying to make him a serious heel, and they've gone to a weird comedy routine now. It's like they've suddenly realised in 2 weeks that this Jungle Boy's just not working out as a heel.
Mhm.
What are we gonna do? Let's make it comedy aspect. So now he's like running from Hook every week, and Hook appeared in the back of his car, and he went, "Damn child locks!" and then jumped off and ran off again. And then Hook went, "Keep running." I hope they keep running away from my screen.
Fair. Yeah, it's
No,
not gonna. Yeah.
Jungle Boy just needs to disappear now. Come back at some point as a massive heel, like cost someone or
So you could
something
say
like
he
that.
needs to fade away.
Yeah,
Like,
classify yourself as
obsolete.
obsolete. Yeah, obsolete. And then Callis is backstage and says he's going to announce his 5th member later on in the show. So everyone's thinking that's Chris Jericho. MGF and Cole, great segment. You've seen Dynamite, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So fucking, they're at the bar, and these girls walk in, and then MGF goes, "You know what? Like, there's 2 for you and 2 for me." And then Adam Cole's like, "You know, I love Britt." And then MGF kind of walks off, comes back with his zip balling up like he's been fucking. Yeah, I'm not going there. Then Adam Cole says he's just not into this kind of thing. And then MGF says, "What do you want to do?" Pans back out, and they're playing Fight Forever. And MGF goes, "Why are we doing this? Come on." And Adam Cole sways MGF into it by saying, "You guys got good stats on this game." And MGF's like, "How good?" And then they're suddenly attacking on the game. And
the
then,
cinematography of this segment is amazing.
and
It's
then
just, it's just like he comes back from the bar and he's like, "You know what? That's hard work that is." And then Cole's like, "Do you know what I want to do?" And he whispers in MJF's ear. They're just like, "Oh, what the?" And it just cuts to them sitting on the sofa playing a video game.
oh, it's so good. And then fucking MGF, like, heartwarming story of like, "Oh, this is actually pretty good." And then Cole, "You never played a multiplayer game?" Well, you have to have friends. And it's like, I don't want MGF to turn on him.
He's gonna turn. It's gonna be.
He's gonna, but it's gonna be
It's
annoying.
gonna be so. He's such a cunt for it, but it's gonna be so good.
But it's gonna be that kind of heat when no one wants that to happen. Whereas when he does it, they're not gonna be annoyed that he's done it. They're gonna be annoyed that AEW have made him do it. That's what's gonna happen because it's so good them together. Though they should last it for a little bit, or even Cole turning on the fans would be fantastic.
Like, I think there's more to it. I think they're gonna win the finals and they're gonna go face FTR, and that's when it'll happen.
Or if fucking MJF fights Strong, maybe, and then Adam Cole costs Strong the title, or something like that. Anyway, Alan and Cassidy versus Sam and Dan. I read this 3 1/4 stars. It was good. A surprise Alan and Cassidy lost. Because I don't see Cole and MJF as the face team, so it's kind of like having them against Sam and Dan is going to be weird. It all ended with Darby getting costed by Swerve, kind of doing his famous Swerve stomp kick. After Prince Nana comes down and goes, hit him with the skateboard, hit him. He's like, what's happening? But yeah, it was a good match. I really enjoyed it. 3 1/4 stars. So first 2 matches, 3 1/4 stars straight away. Cole's backstage, and then Strong's going, "You're not believing this bullshit, are you?" And then Cole actually jipped me. I thought he was going to go no, but he actually went, "No, he's actually a sound guy, to be fair. Like, he's not that bad." And then MJF's on the phone. I loved it. And he was going like, "Are you ready for the match tonight?" MJF goes, "What? Ron Cage just walked past and now he's got the flu."
He did the same thing, didn't he, on Twitter?
Yeah.
Before. He was like, "Hey man, sorry to tell you, you're on your own Wednesday. I've got a flu." Like,
so good. And like we mentioned last week on the podcast, fucking him calling Adam Cole during Twitch streams. So good. Oh, it's such a good story. Cage and Big Cage have wrote here versus Cole and MJF. I read it 3 stars. This was all about them working together as a unit. The double clothesline didn't come off. It's definitely going to come off against Sam and Dan, isn't it?
Yeah.
But like, it's just going to be a double clothesline. They're going to win with it. And now they're on about they're going to be the tag champs, and they like had a big segment like afterwards, basically who are and stuff like that. And it's good. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was a solid
Panning,
match.
yeah. And then panning backstage, we've got Jake Hager, and this is where I care again. So Jake Hager goes, "Yeah, Jericho knows we're going to be there. Let's get in." And then Hager asks him, "Is he going to join the BCC?" Jericho says he doesn't know, and then Hager says, "I saved you in Saudi Arabia. What happened there?"
No idea.
And I was an undefeated career in Bellator or whatever, and you brought me here, and now you're going to leave me. And then he gives him his favorite hat, and I was like,
Yeah.
no one cares about this hat. Sky Blue versus a Ruby Jones. Ruby Soho. So I rated 2 3/4 stars. It was a fun match. I didn't expect it to last as long as it did.
No.
Ruby picked up the win, and she's probably going to face Willow. It would matter. I don't see her fighting Athena.
Yeah, I mean, they got someone up for Athena to face.
Yeah, Ruby's got to win though, isn't she? I feel like they're going to have to because she lost last year.
Yeah, it feels like it's Ruby's year because I don't see it being Willow or Athena.
Yeah. QT TV next. That woman can rap.
She fucking can.
Did you know she was a singer or a rapper prior to this?
I knew
I
she
had no
had.
fucking clue who she was.
I knew she had some musical background, Harley Cameron, but I didn't know like she could do that.
But the worst thing is the Acclaim's going to have to come back to that. And the Acclaim's never going to come back to that because Max Caster is Max Caster, isn't he, the one that raps?
Yeah.
He's not that great.
No.
So they're just going to play it up.
It's just like diss tracks, so like one-liners and stuff like that, not a full-on actual rap piece.
So the trouble with AEW though, they will try and make it sound like Max Caster when he does this fucking comeback will be as good as that, and it won't be.
Mm-hmm.
Unless they do something out of the fucking. But that was so good.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care about QT TV at all, but that was so good.
Like I thought it was gonna be cringe.
Yeah.
When I watched it, I was like, it's really good. I was very surprised, very caught off guard by it.
Yeah, and she's pretty alright as well. But yeah, we had Wayne versus Swerve up next. Rated 3 stars. Good debut for Nick Wayne. Right for him to lose. Showed some good promise. Darby Allin came out. Swerve kind of destroyed Wayne at the end to kind of, so he's going to lead up against Allen again, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
But yeah, good match, Nick Wayne. Good times.
Fair. What did you rate it?
3 stars.
Fair enough. So that's a 3-star average all round, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Probably just above 3 stars. You got 2 3 1/4 stars. You got a 3-star. You got a 3-star, and then you got 2 and 3. Oh no, there's 2 3 1/4.
Yeah.
Just above it.
Just over, yeah.
And then it was time to find out the 5th men. So Callis comes out and he's about spilling stuff about Mega, and there comes a Mega. And then he starts coming down, and then out of nowhere, Chris Jericho blinds. No, it's not Chris Jericho. It's Pac. That's
back.
such a good choice. Pac in the BCC is such a good choice.
I do wonder what it means for the Lucha Brothers, though.
I don't care. That's what it means. Just bin them off. Not like ready. Just bin them. Like, they don't need a resolution. Spin it. Pac in BCC is a good thing. That faction is incredible.
Yeah.
And they need to, even though we're going to mention who's on the other team in a second, they need to win. Something needs to happen.
We're not going to.
I've got a scenario, David, which I'm going to throw out in a minute.
Okay.
And then so they're attacking Omega. Omega gets put in a chair clamp over the throat. Pac's about to do the red arrow. Then Omega, Moxley's just laughing and going. Then Omega goes, "Well, we've got a 5th man. Watch the video." And then it pans the video, and it's like blood and guts where they are, and it goes, "He's coming." Kota fucking Ibushi.
Fucking hell.
I forgot Kota Ibushi was not a wrestling at the moment. I didn't even think about Kota Ibushi being the 5th member for some reason. So yeah, it's going to be Kota Ibushi, and then the Elite come down and kind of stop the mayhem, and then that's the end of Dynamite. But yeah, Ibushi's going to be the 5th man.
That's insane.
My thing for this is, I think Ibushi will cost Omega.
Oh.
And then they'll have a Mega versus Ibushi. I don't think Ibushi will join the BCC or anything like that, but I feel like that would be a good thing. Because I feel like where do they go if Elite win this? What are they going to do with Omega? And do they go tag titles? Maybe, I don't know. But I feel like Bushi costing Omega would be really good.
You're not wrong.
Because it makes the BCC look like win and carry on with their crap. But it also, the match of Omega versus Ibushi is probably the best match you can have right now.
And you probably could make the case saying that BCC do need to win more than the Elite would.
Yeah, and then it could be...
But yeah.
Then like Ibushi could firstly go through Page, then team up with someone against the Bucks, maybe, like Takeshita, Konsuko. Konosuke. That's the one I want. And then, like, not joining BCC, it's just the only person I could think you could tag with. And then fighting Omega at, like, All Out.
Yeah, I mean, that's...
Bushi could be at All In, DP.
Don't tease like that.
Yeah, All In. Could be.
If he's there, he's potentially doing meet and greets. If he's doing meet and greets, I'm paying for that meet and greet.
Just got to think who's going to be there. So you're going to, like, they're going to have the Elite there.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to have Punk's got to be there, even though the thing, you can't have Punk not be at fucking All In.
I don't know. He's not on the poster, is he? Or
Is he
the
not?
other way around? It's one of them that's not on the poster. It's either Kenny Bucks or Punk.
You can't not have them both there, though, can you, really? Because you
just put me in different rooms.
Let me have a look at All In 2023. But yeah, you've got them, and then you have the BCC fucking. Then you've got Ospreys pretty much there,
mm-hmm.
And then Zack Sabre Jr. will be there.
Yeah.
But yeah,
insane show.
Yeah. We any idea what they're doing with it? Is it still just going to be a house show kind of vibe, really? Because they've moved all that out to the month afterwards, haven't they?
I mean, they keep putting it in. It's like literally in any venue they do. It's always in the top corner of the stadium or arena they're in. So I think there's really something to it. It might be on like Fight TV though. It won't be like a pay-per-view, but it'll be something they record, I imagine.
Yeah, Punk's not on the poster. I feel like you've got to have Punk there, and you can't. But you can't like Punk not come into the UK.
Yeah.
Just don't need to be in the same fucking room. Have Punk main event or have the Elite main event.
I don't get. Are these people so volatile towards each other that they're just gonna go off each other as soon as they see them?
I think the trouble is, I'm not gonna go down the Punk route, but I feel like it's more petty on the Elite side. I don't think the Punk would be one of these guys that would walk in and then not want to have. Like, I think it's just pettiness on the Elite side.
Yeah.
But yeah, fucking, it's gonna be great.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, Ibushi is the fifth man. Pac's also the fifth man. It's gonna be an insane run of guts.
It's gonna be insane. It's only you gotta wait 1 week.
So we're gonna cover it.
Yes. Fuck for
you and me.
Yes.
You
me
and I.
you.
We're partners.
Forever.
I am the consortium.
You what?
The consortium.
You are the consortium. What the fuck's happening?
It's the Ric Flair thing from 2001.
Okay. Oh, if we're going to throw some memes out there. Sing is coming.
Uh-huh. Cool. You mean Sidewinder to sing, yeah?
Me out! I'm me out! That interview with Sidewinder. Did you think my connection went for a second?
For a second, I thought it was either you or my AirPod died or something, but...
You were worried for a sec, were you?
A little bit.
Yeah, I didn't realise until I saw the red...
That's insane that he does that, but yeah. I believe if that is the end of the show. Have you got anything that you want to plug?
I'm supposed to be doing an interview with Eric Dillinger. It might happen. I really want it to happen. Eric's not messaging me back anymore. Like, he's a busy guy, so they genuinely could message me halfway through Friday when we can do it this time. I've messaged him back going, like, if it's too soon next week, we can change it. He gave us all the poster links and stuff like that. Oh. So I doubt it being an issue. But we'll find out.
But in regards to myself, we have the finale of the 2K series coming up on this Sunday between myself and Froz. Who comes out on top? Is it me? Is it Froz? Who knows?
I haven't watched any of it. But I need to go review because, you know, Something may be happening. Bum, bum.
But no, this is the end of the show. I've been DP. This has been that's been Rate Wrestle. All our socials are above. So again, our Twitch, Instagram, Threads, Twitter, Facebook. Our personal Twitter handles are beneath us as well. So give us a follow, like and subscribe on the video. Every little thing is appreciated as we go towards our goals. So with that in mind, I bid you adieu.
First person to subscribe to me OnlyFans get a dick pic.